It's the magic combination.
There you go.
Oh, quite a...
I thought
you think you were really hung and he picked it off the
I
snag?
thought I was hung.
Which way are you going?
This boy wants to go someplace.
Oh, he's on this side now. Where's he? That's a smallmouth.
That boy wanted that bait.
No doubt.
I thought I was hung.
I did too. I saw you snapping your line. I thought
I thought I was. Look at what they got. Line on him too.
He's got line hanging out here.
Got line.
Somebody else's Senko. What's tied to this? That's not in his mouth, is it?
No. You know. Oh my goodness. What the heck? I caught the line.
I guess he must have broke somebody else's line.
Broke off.
He didn't break your line.
No, I didn't break mine.
That's our first smallmouth today.
That's the first little smallie out of here. Nice fish, but
so pretty.
That fish fought like, honestly, God, I thought I had a snag on the bottom when I hit, and I popped the line like, and all of a sudden it leaped.
Well, that's just a beautiful spot to catch a fish like that. You know, on one of these Maine lake points. You know, with wind blowing over it, we've got current coming over it as a result of the wind, and that's creating eddies, and it's just flushing bait fish right over there. And this big, beautiful smallmouth was just sitting there, right, just ready to capture your Senko when you pulled it off those rocks.
Yeah, and we just, like I said, you said it was just deeper here. It comes over, and they're just facing that way.
Yeah,
and I
that's
brought
right.
that. That's important to bring your bait along with the current too.
You kill it and let it fall
Exactly.
down the opposite side of that wall.
Boy, that's a beautiful fish. Got me all excited there.
Let's go catch a few more like that.
What do we have here now, Pete? We've changed. We've got off of points and stuff. Why'd we come down here?
Well, what we're doing is here we have a flat here. It's a massive grass flat at you know, on the southern part of the lake, and it's got a creek channel, an old creek channel that meanders through here, and it makes a nice drop off. And what the fish are doing here, you can see we got a nice breeze blowing across. Now, wind is always key when I'm dealing with clear water, but you got the breeze is blowing over top of the grass flat, and then it's dropping right off into the creek channel. So this is an excellent location for the fish to move up and feed, and they can actually position themselves on a creek channel break and have a great opportunity for bait fish to be coming off there at any time and can really bust on them.
And it is a big flat here, so we can just stay in the creek channel and kind of fish both sides of it.
Absolutely.
Just move off.
With a flat this size, you're gonna have a ton of bait, and that means you're gonna have a ton of fish. So, you know,
you're gonna use that jig to get into that grass.
There's grass clumps along here. I'm gonna play around a little bit with my jig to be able to get right down there to the fish. And you know, with the sunny conditions that we're getting now, the fish tend to be tighter to the cover. So I'm gonna go in after them. If we get the wind keeps blowing, and it may play a little bit with the spinnerbait, and I like the fact that you're throwing it right now. So between the two of us, you know, you can cover a lot of water, and I can get real tight to the cover. So between the two of us, we'll be able to figure out what's going on.
That's it. All right, let's get it.
One of the things I deal with is dock fishing is really working hard to get your baits all the way up in there. And I've practiced casting over the years to be able to get to places where most anglers can't. And it's a simple sidearm motion, but it allows you to get way up under there. And don't be satisfied if the bait comes close, hits the dock, and falls short. You can't. You reel that right back in and do it again. Because the key to really getting bites and getting the bigger fish is being able to get up there where they live, and that's places where most people aren't able to cast without practicing.
And you got the shadow right there that you're going to bring the bait right through.
And the shade is key. If you can get it up under there, a lot of times you get the bite. There he is. Oh, it's a giant.
Yo, son!
It's a giant. God, these big fish. Oh, God, my drag light.
Woo! Son, get out of your way there.
This is a Cobbesacani bass right here. This is why we come here. Woo-hoo! Look at the size of that fish. Ow!
My friend.
Man.
Oh.
Look at that fish.
Woo. Woo.
Goodness gracious.
Look at that one. There you go.
Who would think that you could come to Maine the state of Maine, all the way up here, and catch monster largemouth like that.
Off a little old dock.
Off a little dock. in a foot of water. Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Whew.
Now, I have to say this one more time. Right before you caught that fish, Pete, you said you got the tingling sensation again, and you skipped a bait up under that dock. And what's important about that is how to skip a bait, because you really skipped that way back into the corner there.
I learned this a long time ago. The fish love docks, and in order to catch them really good, you've got to be able to get your bait way up under that dock, and skipping is the way to do it. And I've practiced it for years, and I'm able to get those baits where a lot of people can't. And
that bait, literally, nobody, unless you had the right angle and skipped it up there, you would have not caught that fish.
Absolutely, that fish was buried under that dock. It was as far back as you could go.
And you look at it right here, you can see that shadow line right under that dock. And that's where he was, under that shadow.
That's exactly where he was.
That whole shadow line.
And that's where you got to get. So, guys at home need to practice. You need to get out and you need to practice that skip technique, and you got a good shot at catching some fish like this.
Yeah, man.
How about it?
I like that one.
Whew! Let's let her go.